Coffee. Actually, I blame the coffee.
It's morning.
Yes, and what a lovely morning. Good morning.
Good morning. We've talked the whole night through.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning
To you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Roast. I am, of course, your host, Mr. Sugar Chris, bringing you some sweetness to your coffee. And with me, as always, is my Canadian companion, Mr. Sim.
Hello and welcome everybody to the morning roast, and wish you all a good morning. And hopefully that Java is waking you up sweet this morning.
And today we have, for our special guests, Mr. Aleandro from Infinity Comics.
Hail!
And we also have Mr. Rob Muerto.
Hello there, everybody. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to participate in these things. It's not the morning for me. It's mid-afternoon. I'm starting to get that crash that you get in the mid-afternoon. But so I'm sort of like I'm with Sim. Sim is waking up, trying to sort himself out, and I'm starting to feel the crash. So we're in the same wavelength.
It's 4 p.m. over here.
I'm in the beginning of the caffeine high, and he's at the end of the crash.
Yeah, it's 4 p.m. over there, right, Aleandro? We're in the same. Are we in the same time zone or what?
I'm in the United Kingdom.
So it's perfect. Yeah, we're in the exact same time. Don't you get like a little bit of a crash around this time? Like that's when your energy sort of droops.
Yes, I was supposed to go to the gym today. Gym's reopened, but I had a stupid class that I had to attend. So it's gonna have to be tomorrow because I have another stream at 7. So it's just like one thing after the other after the other.
I've never been
gym.
to a gym. My guns are all natural, baby.
Yeah, well, they look all right.
No, they don't. They're like twigs.
They look okay.
They're okay for Chris.
Okay,
Seven-
for you,
or,
buddy.
or the opposite of okay, a KO.
7 out of 10. 7 out of woodbag. Woodbag.
There you go. Yeah, it's okay. Sorry, I might be dyslexic.
I love that laugh.
I was worried though. I was trying to get in touch with Rob, and I was making sure the times were all right because of the time difference this morning. And he said, "Oh yeah, it's okay. Hit me." I was like, "Whoa!" I've seen you. You're always going to the gym, buddy. I don't think I do too well. Oh yes, so we have, of course, as always, our chat host, Mr. So on. He says, "Welcome to the morning roast, where Chris will scold me for backing columns before the show." What? Gosh dang it, Saul! We need all the bumps we can get. He says,
That's right.
featuring Portugal's #1 Nickelback impersonator.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Saul.
I love it.
He says, "Good morning, Goose Egg, Ezra Sim, Aleandro, Rob, and chat." That's right. Call me Goose Egg.
And dude, you know what? We should probably get you into a gym. We might actually get the Captain America we deserve.
You know, it's funny. I don't know how Indiegogo works. I've got all these. I'm gonna be honest. I backed my own campaign, and I got this. This thing says, "Your backer number 77," but it's only showing 62 backers.
Yep, it's called ghost backers. That happens. It's people that tried to back. It didn't work either because of the credit card, because their bandwidth on their phone, or a refresh. It could be multiple reasons during the transaction, right? Sometimes it's just because you're from another country and it's going, "Oh, your card, they'll stop it." But when it does Indiegogo, it sends them a message going, "You are backer number 76," but it won't go through. So that's when you end up with ghost backers. So that's why you have holes of like maybe 10 backers in between.
Oh. All right. Well, so in that case, just double check because if you backed, then I don't think it counted you.
That's why I always tell people make sure to go once you back, go check your your campaign you support to see if it
Mhm.
shows there because sometimes it won't. It happened to me twice.
Yes,
All right.
Sim is very familiar with Ghostbackers because I gave him probably about 50 when he
Yep.
bought it. I
Oh
was like,
no.
let me in, let me in.
Dude, I remember the first time I came up with it, I realized, dude, there was a hole of 24 backers between two.
Hmm.
I'm like, what?
Oh, Lola's with us. Hello, Lola. Here we go.
Morning.
Love you, Lola. We got Marinus. He says, hey, hey, everybody. We got Critical Blast. Hello, hello.
Hey, Crit.
Let's see. Soul says he got his morning roast coffee mugs, artwork by Emma from Reality Hackers in the mail today. You can order yours here. Oh, yes. Let me show that.
I'm tweeting about it. Make sure my
saying-
backer.
Ooh, look at
on.
that.
Critical Blessing, Ghostbacker sounds like a title for a new Indiegogo comic. No, that's Ghostbacker.
Those backers.
Look at them.
Yeah, you got both of them.
Yeah, I need to get one. At least I need to get my copy, my two.
I know. I just got my cup.
Wow, nice mugs.
Oh, you don't want my face to drink out of them? I'm not good enough.
I don't know. You've been quite sassy lately. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get more sassy now.
No, actually, I wanted to test the shipping and stuff like that, and I was surprised
All right.
because so far Redbubble has shown up that they ship everywhere pretty goddamn quick, like you just saw there, right?
Yeah.
But there's
Yeah.
also the fact that compared to most places that I've tried to order from people that had stores, they also have the best shipping for international. Like if I bought a T-shirt or something off of Etsy store or Teespring and stuff like that, they would charge you like $25 shipping.
Jeez.
Well, now
Yeah.
like the mug cost me $7 shipping. So yeah,
Wow. That's
I
great.
am enjoying the Redbubble one.
Mr. David Feeds with us. He says, "Good morning, America." Well, good morning, Swissland.
Morning, Sim. Your image, your icon there is making me uneasy. Why can't you put it straight up? Like, I don't get it. Yeah. It's bothering me.
Because it's actually how it's drawn in the comic. Hold on.
Really?
Hold on.
People aren't going to come back because of that.
There
All
you
right.
go.
They're just going to be like, "Gosh, look at that!"
That's better.
Bucking
Yeah.
down on it.
Yeah,
Is
that
that
looks so
better?
much better. What does mine look like? Give me a sec. Oh, hey, that looks cool.
Mm.
Chris, what about yours?
What, my avatar?
Yes.
What is my avatar?
Oh, that's cool.
The Inkslayer logo.
How do I?
He just laughed. He just
There we
seems
go.
to believe. Oh, nice. Rob, now you see, Rob, yours is the only one in color, and that's a problem.
Yep.
That is an issue. So maybe I can-
There you
we
go. Chris
Okay,
joined you,
good.
Rob.
All right.
All right.
Is that the logo of your publishing?
Yeah, of our studio. It's Inkslayer Studio with Scotsman, Inkspot, and Beacon. Yep.
Looks good, man.
Thank you. I'm getting that tattoo soon.
Did you do it? Did you do it yourself or somebody else?
I designed it. Scotsman finished it.
Okay.
Nice.
He made it all clean and stuff, and yeah.
Makes me feel. It gives me Kratos feels for some reason.
But it was a bit inspired from Dia la Morte. Dia la Morte.
Mhm.
I kind of had that in my head. Like I remembered seeing skulls that were like like painted and stuff like that with the leaves of flowers of vines, and I
Mhm.
kind of thought, what if I used that? I did that, but with the idea of ink, the entire idea of Ink Slayer.
Right.
I'm like, what if you had the black skull, you had the skull, and the ink was doing the motif.
That's a great name, Ink Slayer. It's Inkfinity. I mean, we're the Ink family.
Mm-hmm.
Ink family.
Yep.
Let's see. Johnny Cage says, "Is it here where I can get some sugar?" Well, if you want some sugar, you came to the right place, Mr. Cage.
Is your sugar
Yeah.
daddy?
You
It's
just
where you get
gotta-
your sugar and your Chris.
That's right. Let's see.
Snap,
Ghost
crackle,
Packers.
pop.
are better than Ghost Comics. I'm still waiting for the Long Harbor apparition. Oh, yeah, me too. One
But he
day
hasn't put it
we'll get
out yet,
there.
has he?
No,
What is
Yeah,
that?
that comic is gonna look
Long
beautiful.
Harbor.
Is that
Yeah.
supposed to be is that the first one or the new one they're supposed to release?
I think it's first. It's the first
Yeah,
one.
the first one. I haven't got it yet.
Oh,
It's
it's not
probably
okay.
gonna be. Probably gonna be Kickstarter, isn't it?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Soul says, "Let me grab one and drink out of Chris. Sorry, Sim, but you look way too chatty, and I can't have that right now."
Wow.
Jay Cage says, "You're getting a tattoo of the studio logo. I hope y'all
Yep.
never have a falling out."
I don't care. It's my fuck. It's a design, dude. No, even if dude, I'm sorry. Even if we would have a falling out, I would still wear it freaking proud because it's something we did and we're doing,
Yeah,
and we're never gonna stop being friends.
yeah.
I want to give my I just want to give my condolences to Johnny Cage because his favorite character, Johnny Cage, does not feature in this last Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah,
And apparently the rationale is that he was too white and too
too
much of a
toxic.
white savior.
Yeah, then too toxic because he was macho as hell, right?
And no, and also like he saved the day, but not even because if you actually played the Mortal Kombat games and bothered reading the manual, like actually the hero of the Mortal Kombat films and games is Liu Kang.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I acquire an Infinity Gauntlet and dust half of humanity away, please?
No, but the movie, apart from that, the movie looks pretty crappy. It's not didn't really get my hopes up. It looks like a direct to video sort of deal.
I don't know.
When
I'm
I
not-
saw the trailer,
Which one are we talking about?
Mortal Kombat.
The new Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah. No, it looks like shit.
when I saw the trailer, it reminded me of. I'm not a Mortal Kombat fan, but it reminded me of the new Power Rangers movie.
Yep.
In terms of CGI quality, and I mean, I enjoyed like the interactions of the characters
Is
of
it-
that movie.
Is
But
it
in terms
just me? Is it just me? But when you look at the new movies, the Marvel stuff, what's been happening since the Marvel universe type of thing. Like we've noticed a downgrade in special effects. Like every time I look at Marvel movies now or stuff like that, or some of the recent movie, it looks like it's out of Bollywood.
I don't know.
Remember
I mean,
the extreme stupidity sometimes in what's happening. Like remember that when you see those guys all cuddling up in a big ball with shields and they get thrown with a freaking tree and they land over a freak. That type of like weird special effects that you're like,
Yeah.
something's weird.
they haven't put out any movies, right?
It's not even
What?
about the special effects for me. It's just the way that these movies are shot.
Yeah.
There was a concerted effort on the part of Marvel in order to institute a sort of homogenous look to all the different movies, to have a very humdrum shooting style. The cinematography doesn't really call attention to itself. It doesn't try to. It's almost like shot like a TV movie with
Yeah.
lots of special effects.
It's like comparing like a comic. If you take a comic book and you made it into a comic book strip with all the same paneling, all the same thing, and you're like, but there's not really much happening.
I always this is my opinion about this, these kind of things. I was on a Ryan Wynn show and they asked if you could pick anyone to shoot a movie of your comic, who would it be? And I was like, I wouldn't pick anyone to shoot a movie of my comic. I would pick animators. I don't understand why they keep on insisting on making movies and TV shows of something that is drawn as a comic. Make an animated series, god damn it. Isn't it obvious, as clear as day, that is what you should do? That comics just lend themselves to translate into that medium a lot better than movies and TV shows.
I'm totally with you, and I'm going to build on that a little bit. I think the reason why they do it is because they want to bank on whichever star they think actually sells the property.
Yes,
Even though
yes.
it's been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that the strength of your IP is what is the most important thing, and it's not hiring big name actors.
Yeah.
Nobody gives nobody cared about Robert Downey Jr. prior to him being Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Mhm.
people care about him.
Same
Nobody
thing with
cared
Chris
about
Evans.
Tobey Maguire
Mhm.
prior to him being Spider-Man.
Same
Nobody
thing
even
with
cared
Chris
about
Evans.
Michael Keaton that much. No, it's like this. It's these characters make the star, not the other way around. And the other thing is, so I'm totally with you that it should be animated. These things, 99% of these properties lend themselves way better to animation.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it's the stupidest thing in the world for you to break the bank to get some big name actor to voice these characters. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Kids give a shit if Peter Parker's voiced by Ryan Reynolds or whatever. Just get a good voice actor. That's all you need.
Yeah, most of
Yeah.
us don't
You
even
spend
remember who voiced our cartoons.
I
you
would
spend
care.
1/40th of the money, and you sell just as much.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We got Comics Mate with us. He says, "Good morning. Good morning." Let's see. Soul saying, "My favorite part of the MK trailer is that they got Hiroyuki Sanada as Scorpion. Ninja in the Dragon's Den is one of my favorite campy martial arts flicks. We watched the opening on the show. Yes, we did. I
Oh,
remember it.
and as you highlighted before, we just saw David going full soy in the chat, going Ryud.
Well, I mean, you interrupted Aleandro.
I didn't notice it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm always interrupted.
Well, David did.
In fact, I am interrupted by nature.
Good job, Feed. Keep on him. Keep your eye on Sim. He's being sassy today.
Yeah.
Am I?
Let's see. I'm going to start with columns of creation. There we go.
Oh,
All right.
So
So
you
what?
play the trailer?
that's a nice looking comic.
Gosh
Who
dang it!
made
Fine.
it?
Fine. I'll play the trailer, Sim. I was gonna try to get him to do the pitch first, but no, we'll do the trailer.
It
Yeah,
always
sure.
works better.
Norway,
It always
Canadian.
works better after the trailer.
The trailer speaks for itself.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why we
yeah.
do them.
Let's go.
All right, Alejandro, you're getting close to ASMR. I'm gonna have to kick you.
The project looks really sweet.
Yes,
Thank
it
Yeah, it
does.
looks great. Good art. I love the logo at the end.
Mhm.
Columns of creation.
Thank
Did
you.
you do that? The logo? I don't know why I'm obsessing over logos today. But,
It's about
No.
branding, and branding is very important in anything you do.
Yeah, I agree with that. No, my logo was done by my previous letter/graphic designer, who shall not be named for various reasons. He had to step away from the project for personal reasons. And he was replaced by Eric Weathers as the letterer and Von Klaus as the graphic designer. So,
Von Klaus.
yeah, Von Klaus is he designed, the images for the perks and the stretch goal thingy.
Wow, I didn't know you had design talents like that. To that
Yeah,
extent.
yeah.
Wow.
But the logo obviously was born out of, my letter was like, what do you want to go for and stuff. It's like Sandman. That's the vibe I want. Sandman. This is inspired by Sandman. So let's evoke Sandman as much as possible. And so yeah, that's what we're going for.
It looks great.
Thanks, man.
How many pages is it in total?
It's going to be 44 pages, perfect bound. And I'll tell you what the story is about. So it's about the embodiment of the elements of nature, right? They are cosmic beings who come to Earth, come to New York City. 6 of them come to New York City. Lightning goes out of New York towards Kansas City to have her own adventure. And so the story is that basically they just come to Earth to experience life as human beings, right? And all the things that we think are silly, small little things, and we take for granted. But in reality, when you think about, imagine you had the power to look at Earth from the outside and see people enjoying a burger or a pizza or having sex or whatever, any kind of experience, right? And you have never experienced that before, and you're just sitting on a rock in empty, cold space alone for eons, for like millions of years. It's heavy. It's and it is something that, even though these are cosmic characters, I think everyone can relate with that kind of despair in a way, right? What is it at the end of the day? Loneliness, a feeling of being unaccomplished. I was thinking about it today, actually, and I thought it is comparable to even the journey of a lot of like people like Ethan or Shane or Dan, people who worked in the mainstream, and for years and years they worked on titles like Green Lantern and stuff, and then they look back now, and for what was it all for? And now they have their own characters. They're working on the things they really want to work on. So this comic really, the theme that runs through it is deeply relatable, even though the characters are cosmic. But of course, it's not just about that, right? It's not like a coming of age story with cosmic characters. We have a character. If you go down, please, Chris, to the character section, all the way down, past the stretch goals and everything. We see the characters lower than that.
Oh.
Lower than that.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
So there's Paradox. Paradox should be underwater. There you go. So Paradox is the villain of this comic book. He is the embodiment of black holes, and his deal is that he lived on Earth for years. Before the arrival of the columns of creation, peacefully as a human being. His name is Ezra Hempel. He made a family for himself. He has a wife. He has a daughter. He lives in the American suburbs, peacefully and happily, working as a businessman. But an event takes place that will shake his world and that of his family. And so his response to this event will be rather aggressive. Let's just put it that way. And the columns of creation, obviously, they are on Earth, and they'll have to protect their creation. Earth was created by them in this universe I've created. It's okay if you guys, I had a Muslim guy one time, he said, I'm Muslim, this doesn't quite sit right with me, especially because, my father just passed away. And I said, I'm sorry to hear that, but if you feel so strongly about your religion, and I know there's a lot of like Christians, and people in Comicsgate and such, I appreciate that. But please try to remember that this is a fictional comic book. It's fiction. It's not real. Okay, it's just entertainment, and we can't look at certain type people on the other side and point our finger to their ridiculousness in how they just cannot seem to see fictional in anything they look at. They have to take it out of context all the time and say, oh, this is dangerous or whatever. We can't look at those people and tell them that they're doing something wrong, and then we do the exact same thing in reverse. It is important that we remember.
I have to say, I'm Christian, and I'm not remotely offended by any of this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the guy was really offended by it, but I just wanted to say, try to keep reality and fiction two separate things, right? I'm not trying to basically lecture anyone on anything, but in this universe, the Earth and anything else in the multiverse, because in this story there are multiple universes, was created by them, the columns of creation, and that mankind came to be through evolution. So they didn't create us directly. We came to be. The evolution theory stands in the story. And so, yeah, the columns of creation will have to fight Paradox for the survival of humanity. And that's the story.
So can I ask you something?
Go on, please, please.
So all these different characters. By the way, I'm not just saying I love the artwork just as empty words. I actually do love it, and I think it would fit my own comic book pretty nicely. So I might want to discuss a commission after the show. But and it reminds me of the Kubert brothers a little bit. I don't know if you're familiar with them, Adam Kubert, and.
I might have heard of the name. Any titles that I would be familiar with?
Well, X-Men, and they did old school. You remember the Ultimates?
I'm familiar with it, but I'll have to look. I'll look them up after.
Yeah, look
But
it
yeah,
up.
I'm familiar with the Ultimates. Yeah.
There's two brothers. Their styles are actually quite similar.
All right.
I forget
All
the other
right.
one. But anyway, your art reminds me of them. But what I wanted to say is that all these different elements are obviously super powerful.
Yes.
Correct? What makes Paradox that much of a threat against them, against their combined might?
So that's a great question. The columns of creation's parents are time and space. Okay. So all these, by the way, you guys can see their human forms drawn by myself, not my artist yet. You can see fire drawn by my artist, but not the others, on my Instagram page at Aleandro_VS. Okay. You see them, and you see fire drawn by my artist, and you see the parents of the columns of creation. And basically, time and space and Paradox are what I call the Holy Trinity. So what that means is that they are the only three beings in existence who came to be spontaneously. All right, they just came to be when everything was just an empty void. They came to be, and of course, the first was time. Immediately was space and paradox, because once you have time and space, you have a paradox, right? And so these three beings are the most powerful beings in existence, and time and space gave birth to the columns of creation. They are seven twins, they're siblings, and they are, I want to say imbued with the powers of the elements, but they are the elements themselves. So that's how sort of the elements were born, and so paradox is more powerful than them. It is just the way it is, and I'll add something else. Paradox is immortal. Time and space and paradox, they're immortal. They cannot be killed. So how are the columns of creation going to go up against an unkillable foe? We'll see.
You said Paradox had a kid. Is he going to be then similar to like Fire in them then?
Who, the kid?
Yeah, the child of Paradox, would he then have powers and stuff similar to the like fire and wind in them?
No.
Okay.
No. The columns of creation were born from time and space. Like they were born. It was just like a singular, unique event that took place at the beginning of all things. This is different, right? This is different.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask? Let me ask you something. The of those pages, those preview pages that we saw before, was that Eric Weathers' lettering as well?
No, that's my previous letter, and so I suppose Eric will just continue his work or rework it however he wants. But I love that lettering. I just trust Eric, whatever he wants to do.
Eric's great. That lettering, I was noticing that it's quite good, and I was taken with the caption boxes in particular. how they were designed.
Yeah, the caption boxes as well are designed after Sandman, and this is all part of a collaborative process, right? My letter was like, "What do you want them to look like?" And I said I would like them to look like old paper. I show them the Sandman trades, and even all the way to the actual fact that the lettering is all caps and italics, sort of everything to recall that Sandman feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, italics always makes it feel more like you're really stepping into somebody's recollections.
That's true. That's true. Now, Chris, if you just go up to the perk, to the featured perk, I'll just explain real quick what it is. So, guys, Ultimate Elemental Bundle. That's all you need to know right there. You should just back it because it's got a cool name. No. So for $49, all right, $50, whatever, $50, you get 2 comics, right? You get the colored version of this comic, and you also get a black and white version of this comic. You're like, why? Why would I need 2 versions? Well, hear me out. Collectors, collectors scene, collectability, collections like this, especially from Indiegogo campaigns and stuff like that, because they are limited, they have a high, very high value in the collector's market. And also, Carlos is the colorist. Carlos Moreno's colors are stunning, right? But of course, Matt Monaco, my artist, is also stunning. So if you get the colored version, you get to experience everything in full color. If you get the black and white, if you get the featured perk, you get both. And the black and white will have Matt's art in full display with lettering as well. So it is a fully readable comic. But the real reason to back this perk is because not only it's got the exclusive black and white comic, but also it's got the exclusive trading card of Earth and a PDF. Now, why is that important? Because if you guys go all the way down to the stretch goals, you see that, thanks, Chris, you are so on the ball. You see that this campaign is all about trading cards. And every $500, once we hit 15,000, is going to unlock not 1, but 2 trading cards of the characters. So hopefully you have signed up to the pre-launch page, which gets you the exclusive Paradox trading card. No other way to get it, I'm afraid. You back the featured perk, and that gets you the Earth trading card. And we're going to unlock the stretch goals. And hopefully in the end, you're going to find yourself with 8 beautifully realized trading cards. And that is what I promise to the people who back. I promise utmost level of quality that I can deliver. I think the images, lettering, art, colors, whatever, even down to the logo, everything speaks for itself in terms of the fact that I understand what quality looks like, and that is what I will be delivering to you. I'm excited about the shipping. I'm excited about everything. You guys were just a few dollars away from hitting $3,000. So that would be great. That would be great if we could hit $3,000. Maybe during this live show, even. I don't know. What do you think, Chris? Can we do it?
I think we can.
All right.
No, we ain't got that far to go. We can let's get a bump going here and get him up to 3K. That'd be
That's right.
awesome.
Please, people.
I do like Earth. Earth is my favorite so far.
Earth is everyone's favorite.
He's got a grumpy old, I like his little nose, how it's got like a reddish color to it. It reminds me of like the cartoons when they have the drunk and his nose is red.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
old cartoons.
That's your favorite character.
I thought that you were the artist as well. So we're in the same boat. We're just the writers, creators.
Yeah.
Not just. But yeah.
Well, Well, I actually I drew the first 60 pages of the comic, right? And then I realized that it didn't look professional enough. So I hired a whole team. And but these designs that you're looking at, these are not just descriptions. I drew the characters myself, I colored them myself, and then my artist redrew them basically. But Paradox was co-created by me and him. And Earth was completely changed by him. Earth before used to look like a kind of Groot, and he changed him. Dark changed slightly. His horns looked a little different, and he didn't have facial hair. So yeah, beside that, I'm just the creator and writer, but I do one of my favorite things. I don't know about you, Rob, but one of my favorite things to do when I create a comic is character design.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm knee deep. I'm deep into that process at the moment because there's lots of different characters in my universe, and I never like showing any of them without. It's an expensive process because you have to pay for this design work. But I don't like
Really,
showing any character unless
you don't
I've
say.
gone through it with the artist and through multiple iterations till we get it absolutely right. In
Right.
fact, I might share a character over here exclusively. What do you think about that?
Ooh,
That we're working on at the moment.
Sounds sexy.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but after we go through your project, which I think people really need to know about
Mm-hmm.
because it looks amazing. I hate to tell you, I'm trying to back it even as we speak, but there's some issues with my credit card.
Oh, damn
no.
it. Well, thanks,
But I'll
Rob.
I'll
I
work
appreciate
I'll
it.
work it out post stream, and I'll definitely be back.
Hopefully,
you
it's
so
nothing serious.
Thank you so much.
I hope not.
But yeah,
It's
I
not.
like
It's nothing serious. It's probably an expired credit card that I have here.
So
That
Rob
I
and Simon lurking over there. What are your favorite characters?
of the ones you showed me.
The
Of these
ones you're looking at.
that I'm looking at, I mean, I have to say, Earth is very sort of a strong character that looks visually very strong.
Hmm.
And Paradox is the most fascinating to me, just from what you've told me. Can
Yeah.
we see Paradox again, just so I can look at
oh,
it?
okay, let me scroll down and find him.
Actually, you know what?
There he is.
Chris,
And Fire. I really like Fire as well.
Let me see. There he is. There on the card.
Chris.
Hmm?
Let me
Yes,
let me just share
I
my
think
screen.
Okay.
design-wise, I would say that it's Earth and Fire. I really like because she's not what you would expect a fire element to be, because a fire element is usually fiery and very. I
Right.
usually associate it with more of a masculine trait. You know what I mean? She seems very ponderous, and
Right.
you see
But you
drawing
do
her like,
realize Fire is a boy, right?
yeah.
I mean, in this comic, he's a guy.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
What about that page? I could swear, that it had boobs.
Which one?
Fire.
Are you looking at lightning?
No, can we go to the one where it's sitting on a rock with its knees,
Oh, yeah,
like
it is.
clutching its knees?
Right
Which
there.
one's that? The one that's sitting on the asteroid.
This one? That's
Ah, that's a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, cool.
You see, these are actually understandable concerns. Let me tell you why. Because when I've actually never said this. At the beginning, when we started working on this, I gave my artist the description of the character. I said I want him to look, like thin, like a little like feminine. I don't want him to look buff. I don't want him to look rude or like masculine.
You want him scrawny?
Like that. Thank you so much. The immigrant in me just came forward for a bit. And yeah, so that's what I said, right? And my artist was like, okay, I'll draw a girl. I was like, no. He told me afterwards, he said he thought it was a girl. The whole time he drew fire, he thought it was a girl. In these pages, he drew, in this page right here we're looking at, he drew a girl, right?
All right, so listen. So I'm not crazy for mistaking.
No,
You're not wrong.
You're not crazy, all right?
Okay.
But no, he's a guy, and just blame it on the perspective or whatever.
No, but I do like that it's sort of got it's, even being a boy, it's got a feminine like quality, which you don't associate with fire. Fire is a very boisterous, very I don't know how else to describe it other than a fiery element. It's almost like you associate it with rage and
That's right.
impetuousness.
Well, in my case, I associate fire with passion.
That's what I was gonna say. Uncontrollable emotion can also burn a whole bunch of things. That's how I see it. Yeah.
Right. So I associate him with passion in that he he's very insecure about a lot of things. But one thing that he's secure about, that he knows what he wants, is that he wants to come to Earth. Okay, that is the one thing he knows, and so his passion his element is represented in different ways, but it is a plot point as well. These characters aren't just they don't just look the way they do and then I just let it go. Their personalities, their elements feed into their personalities, right? And there's a whole thing with his father, because fire doesn't speak with his father, which is a very interesting thing, why he doesn't. And it's got something to do with his fire, with the fire in his body. So yeah, but we'll get to that point at one point in the future.
As we can see here, fire is a peeping Tom. Let's see. We got
that's totally that panel of them kissing looks totally like Hubert. Also, I'm just gonna send it in the private chat. I'm gonna send you a link with some of
yes, please,
Adam and Andy Hubert's art.
We got Pops and we got Pale Rider has shown up. Said you may begin to stream your red dress wearing street walking hooker.
Oh, you're just now reading that chat?
Yeah, I'm way behind.
Damn.
Wait, he said he told Red he's going to behave on this stream. Why have you been talking to Red Pale Rider?
No, yeah. But if you keep writing, he's saying it's starting to catch up on this show.
I don't like that him and Red have been talking.
But all this talking about fire, right? So don't forget to sub, like, and share this channel. When we reach 500 sub, we're giving away a piece of original art, and when we reach 1,000 sub, Chris is gonna go run that fiery red dress run for us in Louisiana.
What's that? I bet by the 15th you get a bump, Aleandro. Don't forget to send an update before into a lot around paydays. The 15th. Why? Is that payday?
Yep.
That's interesting. I launched the campaign on April 2nd because I did a little research that based on, most paydays are on Fridays, right?
It depends where you're from.
Right.
Here it's Thursdays.
Huh. All right, that's interesting. On 15th, okay. Well, no. The answer is no. I'm not opposed to it though.
Soul's favorite is Paradox.
There you go. And this is the reason why I am really stressing I'm not going to release this card any other way, right? Because it's like I've been saying for 5 months before launch, it's exclusive. And then what? I'm just to get a few more backers, I'm going to say, oh, you guys can also get it this way. No, it's gone now. That's it. Only the people who backed so who signed up are gonna get this trading card, and if they sell it, and if it's worth a damn, it's gonna be worth some money, and good on them.
Gosh dang it! So I think he got the featured tier, and he didn't even wait till the stream.
Nice. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But again, let me double check here. Let me double check.
It still counts as a sugar rush. You could put your sugar.
It's
No.
not. It's not showing.
I'm not spicy enough right now.
It's not showing. It's so annoying.
Doesn't count. Not spicy. We got Mr. De Bruin with us. He just did a stream earlier with Rich. It was good stuff.
Nice.
Pale Rare says you can use the black and white copy like a coloring book.
That's right.
Let's see. He said he's finished up inking. His left hand is broken up and back bent, but we finished 2 pages. Oh, good. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up with everybody.
Yeah, we'll be back in 15 minutes.
Shut up, Tim. Mr. B says
Well, it's my fault because I spoke for too long.
No. Don't do that, Aleandro. Okay,
It's
this
true,
is
though.
the host. This is the host's fault.
Aganos. Who's Aganos?
See, you have David Fisto going full soy there, going because somebody misgender fire.
It says Fire looks like he's got boobs.
No, but if anything, it bothers me because I want people to know he's a man. He's a man, not a man. A man.
He's a manly man.
Okay. Well, not a manly man, but he's a man. Okay. Oh, I see Aganos. Yeah.
He's,
That's cool.
Pale Rider says the way he's sitting, you'd be able to see his fire nutsack.
Yep.
He doesn't have a knapsack.
He's a Ken doll. Oh,
So
no.
he has no fireballs.
That's funny. No, neither of them. That's funny. Neither of them have genitals in their cosmic forms. It just didn't look right.
So do they eventually get a human form and he gets surprised,
Oh,
like, what the
man.
hell?
I can see why fire is so miserable.
You know that would be very cute to focus on that kind of stuff. But I wanted to do all kinds of things, but I realized at $25, I don't want to waste time in pondering about the flavor of American breakfast at a diner, or looking at his own balls, or studying what is on television. There was a whole scene of them in their apartment, sort of like going through the channels on the TV, studying humanity, trying to understand how the remote works, and I had to do away with it because, again, at $25, you deserve the utmost. Like, the plot needs to be moving forward. The characters, those things are irrelevant in terms of character development. So they were just like, fluff for entertainment.
Yeah.
So I took them away.
Let's see. Give me the rush. Hex says hello. Hex is here. He says hello, beautifuls. Big ball of fire. I can see why fire is so miserable now. He doesn't have junk.
Yeah,
That's
not only is he scrawny, he has no balls.
That's right. That's right.
It reminds me of that. You remember that what is it, Rick and Morty episode?
Yeah,
Summer, where are my balls, Summers?
Well, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. Joke's on you, because he's a shapeshifter. And
Oh,
I'll
so
say
you can
no
have
more.
the size. You can have the size of balls that you want.
I'll say no more.
They'll be like, well,
You're defining the one size fit all.
dropping pipe. Big unit of fire.
I mean,
Oh, Lord. All right, so for the featured one, you get is like your get everything tier.
Well, you get things that aren't available in other tiers, right? The other tiers are just the PDF, and then you've got just the colored comic with the PDF. The PDF is included in every perk, and then you've got the Fire variant, which is just Fire sitting on the rock with the PDF. I'm gonna say this now for the first time. A lot of revelations on here. I will be extending the campaign, and upon extension, which should happen on Clayton Barton's channel,
Mhm.
I'm gonna add new perks to the campaign, and they're gonna be very different and very interesting perks that you guys are going to want to look at. But I'll advertise and everything when the time comes. And also, like, up there, if you go on the plot, right, it says like similar comics. It's got Creed from Trent Canuga. It's got, of course, Sandman. It's got Spawn. So if you guys, if you've backed Creed, which basically all of Comicsgate has backed Creed, okay, and it is now, it's funded, guys. Creed is funded, and if you back Creed and you enjoy that kind of stuff, then there's more stuff where that came from. It comes a creation, and Spawn. All the like, gory shit that happens in Spawn. Comes a Creation is an adult comic book. I would like. I have an all ages title that I want to do in the future, because I do believe that is important. We need to make more all ages comics. We need to pull the young audience back into comics. It's so important. But Comics of Creation is not all ages. Paradox is going to do very gory things, okay? Invincible type things. So, and Spawn type things. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff, as well as a good old philosophical brainy adventure, well, there you have it. Comics of Creation.
All right. We got Tompa in the house. Says morning/evening.
Hello.
Let's see. Pale Art says, well, fan art could include it. I'm assuming he means fire junk.
You can do anything you want. Yeah.
Then he says, so you're saying to wait until you extend? Just saying.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that we will be extending the campaign. And if you guys want to, if you guys want to wait, that's up to you. Look, you can always back and then get a refund and back something else, okay, that has been put on. The point of backing is also that you support me, the creator, in the campaign, because when you back, you're going to help the campaign. Is going to get bumped up in the algorithm of Indiegogo. So
Keep in mind one thing though, they cannot refund once you're in demand. Just keep that in mind. So when you go in demand, they cannot hit refund and change.
Right. But I mean, like I said, like in the next 30 days, you would be able to refund. So if you find a different perk that you want to get instead of what you got, then you can always do that. But in the meantime, please back the book, because your contribution could make the difference between hitting the goal and not hitting the goal. I also heard some people were like, I'm waiting for the campaign to reach the goal. And it's like, my friend, like, I understand, like, I appreciate why you do it, like, because they want to prioritize other campaigns. But do you like what you see? Like, do you like the art? Do you like the colors? Do you like the idea? What else do you need from a comic? Am I not passionate enough about it? Doesn't it come across how much I care about this, and how professional this is going to come into your hands, or does it not? If it does, you have no reason not to back, so, like, please do, because again, your contribution now could make the difference between us hitting that goal and us not hitting that goal. So yeah.
So back it.
Mr. Marinus is back. Hello, Marinus. And then Mr. Feet says, that sounds intense philosophical blood and gore.
That's right.
It's so annoying that Indiegogo doesn't give you the option to pay via PayPal.
I know.
Doesn't that annoy everyone?
Yeah.
You would think that would be kind of like a standard thing that they would do.
And so
Ben,
somebody told me that it could use Google Pay in somewhere. I'm not sure if it's everywhere, but yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's really stupid. Like they should use PayPal. Yeah,
Hmm.
because right now
I bet you
the only way I can back, I can't even use my debit card or the credit
it's
debit
crazy,
card.
man.
You need a credit card.
It's
Hmm.
crazy. They're going to accept Ethereum before they accept PayPal.
Hmm.
But anyway, it looks like a fantastic project, man.
So,
Really does. Were
Yeah, I
you
saw
were you
that.
were you advised against doing the the columns of creation comic in digital format to have this digital perk? There's a lot of people that think that digital is a no-go area. I disagree with them, but were you advised against it?
No, no one mentioned anything like that. Like the way I looked at it is like, okay, so there is one specific perk I want you to get, which is of course the featured perk. So the digital legend is the least convenient one, of course, because I want you to get the physical copy. And why is the least convenient? Because it's on its own. But if you get the physical copy for $10 more, you also get the PDF. Same with the 5 variant. But then with a featured perk, you get exclusive things that are not going to be available in other perks. But to me, it's like if you don't see the point of getting a PDF, remember that you're going to get 4K quality images that you can put on your phone as wallpapers or whatever. So if anything, you would have like that page where Fire Sitting on a Rock, for example, or other amazing pages that are going to be on the comic. You're going to have 4K quality images that you can put on your phone as a wallpaper. Isn't that great?
Love it.
You know?
Yes, everybody, please do go back it. And as Pale Rider here said, as Carlos says, back that shit.
That's right. Thank you, David Feed, for the for the advice, both on chilling down and on the fact of the 15th. I'll be keeping that in mind.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick refresh. Did anybody back? Oh, come on! No, I was hoping for a back. No bump.
It's all right. It's all right.
Dang it!
All things in good time.
Losing my touch. I can't sell. I'm never gonna catch up to Bancroft.
I don't know how Bancroft does it, to be honest with you.
Do you have a plan B in case?
What do you mean plan B?
If let's just say you don't reach your funding goal, you have a plan B for a second campaign to come back.
If I don't reach the goal, that's it. Columns of creation is scrapped, and we move on to the next idea, which is going to be the all ages title, which is, I feel, a lot more appropriate for the Comicsgate crowd. And also at that point, I would have a much better idea of how much funding I can make, how much money I can make, and I can adjust the goal accordingly. But I would much rather it not come to that because, that comic is a standalone story, and is not nearly as fantastical and as broad as epic as Columns of Creation. Columns of Creation has awesome potential, and I just hope that people could see it. I mean, we've made almost $3,000 in just over a week. Okay, that's I'm told that's really good. So I don't plan on slowing down promotion anytime soon, even though I'm about to faint out of tiredness. Yeah, and so yeah.
This ain't for the weak.
You know what the worst? The worst thing about promoting these things, and I went through the gamut with the first Tales from the Classroom is that with us living in where we live, myself in Portugal and you in London, most of the streams are like, hey, so would you like does 4 a.m. your time work okay for you? And I'm
Yeah,
like, I guess it does, whatever it takes. But
that's
it's
it.
time.
Yeah, there is also that,
But
and it is
that's why you guys need to do streams too and invite us on it so we can suffer too.
that's right. In fact, in
Give
fact,
it back to him.
and I
You
will
know,
make
dude.
you suffer, Simon.
Mhm.
And in fact, you've just reminded me on April 15th. Sorry, on April 15th. What's the day? So in 3 days. Is it 2021? On April 15th, I'm going to be launching the channel Infinity Comics, and so you guys in the chat, please, would you please subscribe to my channel? You beautiful people, you look so
What are we,
great.
chop liver on this on the panel? What?
dude, you too,
I
you
couldn't
too.
resist.
Yes, you too.
It is
I
the morning
agree.
roast after all.
I appreciate it. Please, I cannot be roasted. I'm unroastable. Um, yeah, I roast myself by nature. And I'm gonna do live streams every Thursday on 4 p.m. East, 4 p.m. Okay, nice reasonable time with Vinny Tartamella. If you guys are not
Oh,
familiar,
he's a great guy, man. I love Vinny. Vinny T.
yeah, he's
High
you know
T.
why? You know why he's great? He's half Sicilian. That's why he's great.
Oh, that's all right. That's the connection.
There you go.
Oh, boner.
And
That and
yeah,
the high T.
that's right. That's what
High
Simon
T.
is missing. And
I got the French part. Sorry.
that's right.
And you know, yo hablar español.
That's right. Je m'appelle Alex. Je
Ah,
m'appelle
moi, je m'appelle
Alex.
Simon. Comment ça va?
Very
Okay.
nice.
Uh,
Okay, enough of that. Sir.
I don't know what the fuck I said, but
I just asked you how you're doing.
You're bringing the
I know how to
masculinity down.
say putain, putain.
Mhm.
Let's say comment tu t'appelles?
Did you say
What's your
food
name?
time?
So can
Comment
you
ça
say?
va?
Everybody knows how to say voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
There you go. Everybody knows that one.
That's actually in an Italian like ad
Mhm.
for a pâté,
I
and
know.
it says voulez-vous pâté avec moi?
Mm-hmm.
So cheesy, man. But anyway, so yeah, going back to topic, we'll be streaming every Thursday 4 p.m. on Infinity Comics, the greatest CG channel on earth, with Vinny Tartamella. And we'll be talking about all kinds of things. Of course, we're going to be talking comics. We're going to be talking about crowdfunding. We're going to be deconstructing crowdfunding, right? Because Vinny, creator of Shadow of the Kraken and City of Venus, Vinny's got multiple successful campaigns on his belt. So I aim to deconstruct them, see what he's done right and what he thinks he's done wrong. I'll be talking about my experience going through my first campaign, live. And we'll be doing live, like draw streams. We'll be talking about, of course, all of the drama of the comic book industry. Sometimes we'll be talking about pop culture, movies, all that kind of stuff. So if you guys, if these kind of things are into, you're into those kind of things, Shane Davis kind of content, Michael Bancroft, sometimes we'll be having some guests on with topical streams, then please subscribe to the channel.
All right.
And there you go.
Let's see. Let me check the chat real quick.
What's going on over there?
It's hard to tell with Pale Rider being in there. Let's see. We've got David Pete saying, yeah, Primetime America is a killer for Europe. And Pale Rider says, I think you'll hit your goal, but if something happens and you don't, I wouldn't scrap it. Do another project and then come back with creations after. It's a good story.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I meant, actually. Yeah.
So you have David Fee going like, IT is greater than French. But if you're really IT, you don't need to convince people that you are. That's just overcompensating, bro.
What's high tea?
I know, right? High testosterone.
Ah, because it's like French people are pussies. Is that what he's saying?
Yep.
Ah,
And I
I've
do agree that
actually-
French people are pussies. I'm Canadian.
I actually,
I'm the Great White North.
actually, I've met some French, people, man, and I have to say they're not pussies. They seem like
No, they're not.
No,
mhm.
They're
they
pretty
sound
high
like
tea.
it though.
Way to shield your own country, man.
It's not my country, dude. I'm from Canada. I am not French.
All right. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, well,
Get it
dude, whatever.
right.
Whatever.
You know, you Mexican. Get it right.
He's
Canadian, Canadian, come on.
Oh man.
yeah. Sib's only half pussy. You calm down.
No, I'm all great white. Ugh.
Great White Hope. You
Yeah,
watch
it's like in that it's like in that movie with the slavery, 12 Years a Slave,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
where everybody's all the white men are evil, but then Brad Pitt shows up and he's like, "I'm not like them other white men. I hail from Canada."
That sounds more like a Ryan Reynolds thing.
Yeah.
Tampa says for good Corsican representation, get Tucci as guest.
Corsican, nah. Corsica is not even in Italy, right? It's not. It's disputed. Corsica is that island. Let me teach you a little
Okay.
geography, Italian geography.
It's a little
So,
island off from.
So
Amazing.
you should know all
I
about
know-
this, Sam.
I know Napoleon was exiled there, right?
Exile where for?
Or was he born
Probably,
there?
I
He was
think so.
either exiled or born in Corsica.
I'm not good with history or geography, but I do know this thing. I do know that Corsica is like the Pluto of islands in the Mediterranean Sea. Basically, it's not. It's been counted as part of Sardinia, right? For the longest time. And I don't think it is counted as part of Sardinia any longer. And Sardinia is an Italian island. So it is now counted as part of France. I could be wrong about this. Or it's like in between. It's in the Italian territory, but it belongs to France. So I think Billy has some explaining to do.
No, so listen. I looked it up, and it was actually Napoleon's. That
Uh-huh.
was where he was
Okay.
born.
I need to cover this because I agree with what he says, but I do have to highlight something. So saying high tea isn't important for me, but a lot of things are better than French. It's a low bar, really, unless you look at their comic books. I'm sorry. You can hold their beers.
It's a low bar. That's great.
Pale Rider wants to know if you'll have Lola on the channel. Mr. Aleandro.
Will you have Lola on the channel? Who's Lola?
You don't know who Lola is?
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
She's a
Who's
picture
Lola?
of a butt on Twitter.
Yeah.
Enlighten me.
She is a picture of a butt.
Oh, a picture of a butt. Oh, is that like Art T. Baird's butt?
No, this is actual attractive lady butt.
Oh, right. Yeah. Sure.
She streams with Vinny a lot and like with Red and them.
All right. I could.
I figured that's why he's probably asking.
Well, okay. Do you want a male butt for a change or female butt still? Or do you want to switch it up a bit?
Considering it was Pale asking, I'm sure he wants female butt.
Okay,
All
so
right.
you have.
All right, Pale. We'll see what we can do.
So Dark Side and Comics Boys, we have a culture war going on. Not really. I was just trying to educate them that I'm not French from French.
But we do have a culture war.
Pale Rider says, "Yeah, if you promise me Lola butt, I'll subscribe."
Yeah, but not on the chat.
All right, guys. I promise you Lola butt. God damn it. Gee. What does a guy have to
Bill
do? here
Ryder
for
just going like,
subscribers?
"Don't know, Lola, you're dead to me."
Oh, he's. You meant that Billy is from Sicily?
He says Tucci is from everywhere. He is Irish, Scotch, Sicilian, North Italian, everything.
Yeah, okay. Everybody's from everywhere, but I was born and bred in Sicily. Thank you very much.
It's Corsica, like the Puerto Rico.
It's not your fault if you're limited.
Wait, what? Are you really not subbed to Sugar yet? He better be. Pale Rider, you better be subscribed to me. As much as you come in here and bother me.
So's adding, Sim, I'll give you that about the comic, the European comic, the French comic, and there is some good French music. That's rare. I have to do. That's rare. There's not that many. But the
um,
language is so snobbish, it drags everything down. I do fucking agree. That's
Chris,
why
you
I'm.
know what?
That's why I'm mostly English.
I just realized. Simon, no one cares. Chris, I just realized.
Ah, and not because
I'm
you
kidding.
don't, that they don't.
I'm kidding. Chris, I just realized I wasn't subscribed. My humblest apology. So I corrected that. I rectified that. And I rang the bell. Guys, make sure to ring that bell. And if you are subscribed, double check your subscription because YouTube is trying to do something with Comicsgate because they think we're a hate group. I don't know if you heard that. So
Yeah, I keep hearing we're a hat group.
I don't know. I gained 2 subscribers.
right.
I gained 2 subscribers yesterday, and I went and looked, and I'm at the same subscribers I was at before. So I must have lost 2. I gained 2 and I lost 2.
It's kind of like my campaign. I keep on hearing people are backing, and every time I check, it's always like 62. But I haven't. There's only been one refund so far.
That's good.
Yeah. God bless you guys.
Pale Rider says, "Don't know Lola, you're dead to me."
Pale Rider, listen, I just promised that I'll have a naked female butt on my channel. I'll get my channel struck for you. What else do I have to do?
It's not naked.
Okay.
Yeah. No. It's got some something on it usually.
Yep.
Like
very tight leggings.
all right.
So says Aleandro just shushed Sim and subbed to Chris. More reasons to back columns of Chris. That's right.
Simon, are you hated in this chat?
Back it.
What?
Are you hated in this chat?
Maybe.
He is tough loved.
Yeah, but you know, that's what happens when you're really that masculine, right? You have a whole bunch of beta male trying to, overcompensate everywhere, and trying to bring you down, trying to be all tough and blah 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 blah. But you know, I was raised by the put up or shut up.
That's right. Right. No, I agree with that. Put up or shut up.
Yep.
Sim, I want you to be my co-host on my channel sometimes. I'll take you away from Sugar Daddy here.
No,
as long as it's not on it doesn't conflict on the scheduling. I'll be happy to join you, dude.
Yeah, no. Sometimes, like I was thinking of
How
having.
dare you come on my show? Take my co-host. Get out of here. Get
Hey Rob, would you like to come as a guest on my channel?
Sugar, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
Hey Rob, do you want to be as a guest on my channel?
Hey Soul, do you want to be a mod?
Oh man,
You're poaching my talent.
Yeah. Oh man.
So now
that's right. Yeah, see, the chat's speaking. I'm sorry. I gotta go.
Please no. No, but I just thought. I actually think I do think it's a clever way of doing it. Like, if you have a YouTube channel, to have a different co-host every day of the week, even if you're streaming every day, or having multiple co-hosts, right?
But
I don't see
what Rot used to do. Rot 10 used to have like a show every week, and he would have a different co-host for the midday repartee.
Oh, don't remind me, Tim.
Yeah, I like that way.
What'd you say, Sugar?
Don't mind me of Rod.
Yeah, we miss him.
Like that's funny how you said it. What's that, Sugar?
What's wrong, Sugar?
Quit sucking up to Sim, Aleandro.
Oh,
Wash
man.
your ass.
It's very funny, yeah.
Sugar's about to get her pimpin' cane out.
That's right. You know what?
Why did you change your name? I remember your name was Ken on Subway or something like that.
Because everybody would call him Kimosabi.
So
Because it's somebody else.
who's that?
That's the guy from Company Man.
The man called Kimosabe, the
Oh,
Australian.
Company Man, the comic.
Yep.
I see. All right.
So
Well, I see why you did it. Well, now you're like everyone's favorite hooker in CG.
there you go.
Yep.
But it's more like it's more. I don't know if you have that cereal but Sugar Crisp.
Sugar crisps.
So it's a play on word for the morning roast. So it's a cereal brand, Sugar Crisp.
Let me see if I can do something nasty here. Let me see.
Yep. Oop.
You degenerate.
Up.
What you touched by avatars?
Up.
People got to pay for that pleasure, you know.
Oh man.
That just reminded me of that. Remember that South Park thing when they were making fun of the Australian animal guy? What's his name? Irwin. When he's like, "Oh, that lion is a killer. It looks like it could kill me. Let me try and put my thumb up his ass."
You.
Brought to the show had a French name. No wonder it didn't last. Well,
Thank you,
that is-
David. David subscribed. Thank you, David. We've
Alright,
got 7 people watching and 1 subscriber. Thank you, guys.
So, are we gonna be talking about the Tales from the Classroom?
What?
Okay.
Hex says you have to change your name again, Sugar Crisp. There's a creator out there named Sugar Crisp with an. Well, he could just get the hell over it.
Yeah,
Let me bring this up here.
change it now.
Damn it!
I have the mailing list here.
That's all I have at the moment.
Alrighty.
And I'm already on the second mailing list because the first one expired. The issue with the production of the second book is that it's taking a lot longer than I expected it to.
Did you save your mailing list before it got deleted? At least.
I did, yeah.
Good.
And nothing. I don't want to be launching the campaign unless the production of the book is well past the halfway point, which it isn't, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. By the time that we're going to be done with it, I'm pretty sure it's going to be over 100 pages. Because not only do I have the straight sequel to the first book, the continuation, the direct continuation, which is 48 pages.
Mm-hmm.
But also, we're going to be doing a lot of ancillary supplemental stories that are based on a lot of the characters that were introduced to the universe. And often we invite like different talents in the indie comic book space, including Von Klaus is doing a story about Cletus the Mummy, who's the school bus driver that you see over there. Matt Krotz is doing a story that I've written by myself, but he did the art, called Quest for the Cosmic Dreidel. It's about Joshua the Golem, who's one of the characters also introduced in the first book, but he's going to make also another cameo in the second one and have his own story. And then we're going to have, I think we're going to have a number of other supplemental stories, all by different artists.
Sorry.
We're really trying to live up. We're trying to live up to the name of Tales from the Crypt, which was also a supplement. That was the basic premise of it. You had a number of different stories by different writers and artists. And,
will the first volume be available?
The first volume will be available. You're going to get to download it digitally, potentially for free. I'm still trying to figure that out.
What about
how
physical?
Generous I'm feeling, and physical as well. Yeah, that's
Nice.
going to be one of the perk tiers. Is that you get is that you get that first volume. Although, if I'm going to be totally honest with you, I wanted, in the long run, I want to disassociate myself from that first volume as much as possible because I finally found my dream team in terms of art. And every book subsequent to this one is going to be by the same main artist team. At least that's what I want. I hate the idea of switching art teams every single book, especially I want a cohesive, homogenous look for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I may even, once I'm done with this initial run, which is 5 volumes, go back and redo the first volume with this new art team. A
That's what I
sort
was
of
gonna ask. Yeah.
a sort of a reduxed, remastered version of the first book. Also, because if I'm going to be honest with you, there's certain things in the first book that are there that shouldn't be there, or things that I wanted to include that didn't get to
So
include.
so it'll be like a director's cut too at the same time.
It'll be a director's cut. Yeah, I'll give you like a very small example, but it's crucial. Cthulhu High, which you're looking at right there, that's the high school that these monsters attend. And the first book is just a completely generic high school. But by the time we got to the second one, we totally worked out the look of it, and it's becoming a character unto itself. And that's something I'm really proud of, and I really want. Look at this, man. You see that thing over there on the right with the clock tower?
Yeah.
That's Principal Kong's personal study, his office, which is inside
Very
that clock
moody.
tower
Yeah.
on the left.
A lot of character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have tons of world building. The the maximum and ultimate ambition of this comic is. I know people get irked by this, but I'm not. I'm not going to pussyfoot around the subject. I have ambitions beyond the comic book, and I wish and hope that the Tales is going to be either an animated series or a feature or what have you. But I hope that it lives outside of just the comic book space. As much as I'm a huge fan of comic books, I think that this has potential to be a multimedia
Yeah.
enterprise.
Tommy says, Rob, do cap the page count, otherwise you will keep on adding stuff.
You're absolutely right. I think I'm gonna just keep it at 3 supplemental stories plus the main one.
Then he
But
says,
listen. The first one was a floppy. It was a floppy book. It was a with high production value, spot gloss cover, thick paper quality, great artwork. I felt, but it was a floppy. And the second one, there's no way we're going to do it staple bound. It's definitely going to be perfect bound.
Can I ask a question? And this is also is for in the panel and the chat. I hear people all the time saying thick paper stock, but personally, um, like I like that like thinner paper from monthly comics. It actually feels more like a real comic when it's like thick.
Sometimes I do as well. Yeah, I'll even go one step further. I don't mind the fluttering. You know the fluttering that people were going ape shit over with Cyberfrog?
Yeah.
Oh, but there's flutter. I like that actually. I think the most important thing is to have thick cover stock. The cover is essential. I like a nice meaty cover, but then the actual interior. Listen, there's some people that say that the thicker the paper quality is, the actual paper is, the more the colors seep through, and it's like the actual art pops out more.
Oh, really?
But
That's what they say. But I experimented with different stocks when we were figuring out how to, what we wanted to do with the first book, and I didn't really see that much of a difference. It's not.
One of the reasons why people say that too, it's keep in mind is the CG group, section of the independent comics. They're all in the mindset of they're buying it for a deluxe edition. It's like the reverse way of what usually the industry would do. So that's why they're saying that, because they're talking about the idea of having a deluxe edition type of the book.
Right.
So after that, if you want to mass market it, you can reduce the thing, and they know that they have a deluxe, exclusive edition than usually the first printing.
But what I'm trying to say here is,
But if
To
you can
me,
lower the price to, that's one of the things that they don't mind. Like it's like if you go to a high price, they expect high quality printing,
right,
right? If you can offer a lower price, well, they can do with it.
right. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I would much rather have a comic that feels like a comic rather than a comic that feels like I bought it from Artist Alley at Comic Con, right? Where the pages are so thick, they're just as thick as the cover, and that is synonymous of quality because they're thicker. But to me, they don't. The
Yeah,
comic doesn't feel like a
to
real comic.
but I agree with you. When the pages are too thick, it's also a
Yeah,
bad
well,
thing. Yeah.
yeah, there's a point where you go past a certain thickness where it
Yeah.
feels like you're reading postcards and not a comic book.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you on that one. But that's
What about
why.
the chat? Because I only care about what Simon thinks so much. I want to know what the chat thinks.
Good, good, yes. Good. Put down
Yeah,
Sim so he won't come on your show. Excellent.
but
Yeah,
I
it's
got
okay. I don't care.
somebody was saying
I'm
if you
just
have
joking,
50,
Simon.
Yeah.
if you have 50 or so, just go in with that and collect the 100 on campaign 2. I was thinking of doing that as well, and I'm glad that Tommy brought this up. Tommy was one of my first backers in the first book, by the way, so thanks for that. He was a really, really early bird on Tales. But what was I going to say? I've been thinking that because the production of the volume 2 is taking so long, and I already have the supplemental stories basically done and done. They're already basically finished.
Mhm.
I'm almost tempted to launch a separate campaign with the supplementals to buy me time while the actual book is being produced, the main story, And then people can choose to back the Tales from the Classroom 2, which will include those supplementals plus a number of other ones. But that's too. I feel like that's too complicated. I'm just going to wait it out and wait till everything's done and just release everything. The ultimate book, This for me is definitely a passion project, and I feel that this one, if this doesn't go gangbusters, then what's the point? you know,
That's right.
because I'm very, very confident in the quality of the writing and the art in this one. And if it doesn't do well, it has to do this. It proves to me that it's more of a number. It's more of like a YouTube game than an actual indie comic book game that we're playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Then
a bit.
it's
If you
more.
want to sell books, I have to start doing tricks like farting onto lighters and making little
Yeah.
lewd remarks or trying to pick fights with other creators to get
Yeah.
eyeballs on my project and shit. And I'm not prepared to do that.
Yeah. It's more of a YouTuber influencer thing than a actual
Yeah.
thing of merit. Yeah. I
Do you
can
understand or
enjoy-
no? My reservations. I don't want to sound. I don't want to sound too skeptic about the whole movement of CG and what's happening in indie comics. I actually think that there's a really nice resurgence of creativity going on that's outside of the main players, because the main players, your Marvels and DCs of the world, have been ideologically compromised by people that aren't necessarily driven by wanting to make good comics primarily. They just want to send out a message, as was seen recently with Red Skull and the Jordan Peterson fiasco.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. Yeah.
So there's so now that like the really creative people have been forcefully driven into a space that they don't fully understand.
Mm-hmm.
But at the moment, the people that are being rewarded are those with massive platforms.
Yeah.
And not the real I'm not speaking of myself, but like speaking of Aleandro's campaign looks way better than the numbers that you just showed me, Aleandro. I hope that you pick it up, and you will, I'm sure.
Thank you, man.
But even looking at somebody
Appreciate
like Matt Krotz, who I'm collaborating with, Matt Krotz is a tremendous creator. The
Yes, he
numbers
is.
that the numbers that he's getting are not in any way commensurate with what he should be getting, or any of us here, Sam as well, like we need to get the real talent needs to get eyeballs on them.
So,
It's one of the reason why I say that it's good that a lot of people have some channels and have a lot of us intermingle because it's all about visibility, right? So
mhm,
we each have our own following, and the fact of intermingling, like we're doing here, right?
mhm,
It's one of the best thing we can do.
yeah.
That's why I do this.
You
Yeah.
know, I am conflicted inside because on one hand, I understand how important the bigger names in CG are for the whole CG. On the other hand, I feel like it's detrimental to the smaller creators in that how the very high amount of backing that goes towards those campaigns, even multiple times from the same backers, will perhaps save their money to back that creator because they believe in that creator. And I respect that. I do. And I'm not saying that's wrong. But I am saying that there's definitely space for having a conversation about um, whether that is or is not that detrimental for the rest of Comicsgate. And a Comicsgate is many things. I heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, Comicsgate means something different to everybody." Yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, so the sky's blue. Blue means something different to everybody now. A movement means something. A name is a name and it has a meaning. Comicsgate means different things, but we know what it means. It means respecting the customers. It means not injecting forceful diversity in our comics. It means not having identity politics
No
in our
PC
comics.
culture. Yeah.
Okay. It means all of these things.
No
So
censorship.
that's right. All no
No
censorship.
communism.
All
Just
of
no
these
communism.
things. So we know what it means. Yes, it does mean different things, but we know what things it means. So um, let's be supportive of especially the smaller creators. Obviously, you can back whatever you want. It is your money. If you want to support, a campaign over and over again, even though the campaign already has made $200,000, that's perfectly fine. And I respect that. At the same time, like I said, and like Rob is saying as well, there is definitely space for having to have a conversation about the smaller creators who have quality projects. And again, I'm not talking about my project specifically, several who are struggling to hit the goal, right? So it is definitely a topic that I think we will be touching upon on the Infinity Comics channel, because I think like Vinny also has certain feelings about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm,
I
I'm
know.
sure that I'm sure there are strong feelings, knowing Vinny.
I think. Listen. I think that.
Yes.
I think yeah, he's a fiery guy, just like your fire elemental. But I love Vinny. What was I going to say? I think that the big wigs of Comicsgate, your EVSs of the world. For me, the only big wig is actually EVS. He's more concerned at the moment with bringing in former professionals of the industry into the movement, which is it's a great thing as well, because it legitimizes the movement, if you will. And the more of those people you have, the more legitimate the movement becomes. One thing that I think people should really take a lot more steps towards doing is to clean up the image of Comicsgate. People can't, a neutral can't go into Wikipedia and punch in Comicsgate and see that it's described as a hate group. apart from it being like a bald, like hardcore lie, that shit can't happen. And especially for people who have ambitions for the comic to be something else other than a comic book, uh, Comicsgate tag is not a positive one. You know what I mean? It's can burn a lot of bridges. It can burn bridges inside of the creative space of just comics.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the amount of people who've bounced because they saw that I was friendly to Comicsgate.
Yeah.
You know?
Can I say? I want to say something to that.
Including your
So-
letter, probably. Aleandro, am I
So
right?
I'm not gonna confirm or deny that.
Okay.
So the thing is, so I heard somebody saying, and this person is right. I never needed to go out and tell people, I'm a woman, or I'm this, or I'm that. So I've already said it on some streams. I didn't say it, I didn't announce it, didn't make a major announcement. I just joked about it, right? I said I'm gay, but why do I say it? It is important. It shouldn't be, but it is important. I call it gay privilege. In that I have the privilege in this new society where diversity is used as a token to gain points in life. I have the privilege of being a conservative homosexual, a gay in Comicsgate. You can't spell Comicsgate without gay. Well, there you have it. And so it's that's so stupid. And so it's
Yeah, there's a
important.
why I like him, but it was funny.
Right.
It works.
And so it's important that people know that there are diverse people in Comicsgate.
Yep.
Because that then helps destroy this hateful image of Comicsgate that has been held up by the industry, that has been built by some. There have been some people in Comicsgate that have said, disrespectful things and stuff like that. People call Ethan people call Ethan a homophobic person. Why? Because he's made a few gay jokes. He made me laugh out loud so many times I cried my eyes out when
Dude,
he
even
made
even gays make gay jokes. The hell?
right. You have no idea how many gay jokes I know. He made me laugh so much when he was making that video about what is that cracker? That cracker, stupid cracker. That's right. What's that cracker that he was making a video about that they have gays in the video with loop earrings and stuff like that?
I don't remember.
Is it Oreo?
No, a salty cracker.
A salty cracker? I mean, there's only so many. What is it?
Saltines?
Saltines?
No, a famous one. So he
No,
made
no.
he made this whole video about he was making fun of how they were portraying gay men in this video, which was absolutely appalling. And the same things happen and then they call Ethan a hater. So the company that made the video, they're not haters, portraying gay people in such a stereotypical way, with makeup on their lips and loop earrings. Marvel is not homophobic, that they basically force homosexuality on Iceman, and they have Jean Grey tell Iceman that he's gay because she can see his thoughts, she can read his mind, and she's forcing him to come out as gay. That's not homophobic.
I have another one of my friend that told me that one of the things that bothers him a lot. I don't know if it's the same for you, but it's always one type of gay person. Like it's always it's always one side of it. It's not like you don't have the manly one. It's always the more
Yeah, it's always the really offended.
Well, but apart from that, it's just the idea that Comicsgate is a hate group is ridiculous. I mean, I've been with more a greater amount of, and I've interacted with a greater amount of diversity within Comicsgate than I bet you like Marvel and DC are composed of at the moment. All I
Yeah.
see is fat white people in Marvel and DC running the show,
But you know,
barking
Right.
about diversity.
That's
we're
right.
we're on
And
PC.
in Comicsgate, you get transgender people, you get gay people, you get white, black, which shouldn't matter at all, and to me, it doesn't.
Right.
But you do happen to have that, because it's people
Th-
that are sick of this identity politics, this communist-driven. Uh,
Agenda.
it's actually a conspiracy, I think, to tear people apart.
that is in fact another thing that I have noticed also much, that it's always straight white man. Now obviously I love straight white man, and God knows how much you need to be loved right now, because I feel like in a few, like the next generation will be on the brink of suicide if society keeps on putting you down like this. But it's like, it's really funny how it's always straight white man. And you have to say straight white man because this is the rhetoric that that part of culture is pushing. They hate you, and yet it's always straight white men who are telling the stories of gay people, of black people, of women, of Asians, of whatever fucking minority
Hmm.
they want to represent today. um it's called white guilt, right? They were raised wrong by their parents. They feel guilty for things they have never done, that some white
No,
men. We
listen,
have
they
to.
did it. It's
Oh,
genius. It's genius because they managed to transmute the Christian guilt of original sin
right.
into white guilt. So, because Christianity is no longer the primary ideology of the West,
That's right.
it's this weird, progressive, neo-Marxist claptrap.
Yeah.
Uh, now there's a bunch of people going around feeling guilty for feeling guilty for what? You think I feel remotely guilty for being white man? That's like, and now they're talking about reparations in the United
Chris,
States. Like,
Chris, can you
that's
stop oppressing me, please?
no, but that's no, it's literally
If I was
like
oppressing you, you wouldn't be taking my co-host.
That's right. That's
but
right.
that philosophy is essentially you're paying for the mistakes of or for the sins of the past that you have nothing to do with as an individual. It's the same as me coming up to a 6-year-old kid and slapping him across the face because his great grandfather was an idiot. That's the same philosophy, man. There's no difference.
I laugh, but it's actually sad, man.
It is sad,
Yep.
and it's sad that people contemplate this shit, and it's sad that it seems as if we're going to go, as if we're headed to much darker times
Yeah,
before we
it's weird.
see.
It's like the years that they say were so bad. I remember them being so accepting of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like remember, like before it was cultural appreciation, they turned that into cultural appropriation, which is like, hey, appreciate it. Oh yeah, now you like it. You like it. Yeah, now you're bad. And come on.
But you know what it is. This is, I'm gonna talk in length about this on the channel. I have a theory, right? I believe the people we're talking about, which are the radical left, and let's call them who they are. They are actually, and nobody's gonna come forward and say I'm radical left. Okay, so it's okay to say radical left. Nobody can say, because radical is bad. So
Extremists. It's the same
all
thing
right.
as extremists. Yeah.
So these are extremist people. I do believe they're actually, it's them. It's the KKK. It's the like the people who didn't want the same civil rights for everybody. It's the same people who would
They want
kill
us to
someone
hate
with
each other.
stones. Was that?
They want us to be separated. They want to divide everybody to hate each other just because of our differences.
No, but I
It's
understand
them.
what you're saying. It's the same. It's
Yeah.
the same cast of people, the same
Yep.
It is.
core.
They are under the disguise Okay, it's a new image that
The
they've taken.
virtuosity. Yeah, it's
Okay.
more dangerous because they can
If you
pretend.
guys have watched The Boys,
Yep.
season 2,
Mm-hmm.
right? So basically, what these people are doing is playing the same game of Stormfront. Okay, Stormfront showed herself. Sorry, guys. Spoiler alert. It's been out for long enough. Stormfront in the Boys universe. Well, in the show, I don't know about the comic. Used to be this like blonde bitch who was like all up, killing blacks and stuff like that. And and then now she shows up and she had a different name. She was called Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently she's like immortal, or she ages slowly. So years later she's still young, and nobody knows that it's Liberty. And she comes forward as Stormfront, right? She's this new superhero. She's a woman, and people think she's like all about like leftism, all right, and progressivism, all about girl power and shit. But in truth, it's revealed that she used to be the wife of a Nazi. All right, she was alive during the
Second World War.
the Second World War, and she was in Nazi Germany, and she was an active member of Nazi Germany. So much like that example, even though it's fictional, in the show they try to portray her as as the extreme of conservatism. But I would argue that actually we need to worry more about the extreme of progressivism that is actually goes directly into Nazi Germany, communism, and Nazism, fascism. They're not so different. They're not so different from each other at all. They're actually two sides of the same coin. And so I do believe that the same people that are preaching about diversity, Marvel, Disney, DC, Warner Brothers, the conservative, the party, Liberal Party, American Liberal Party, what's it called? The Democratic
Democrat.
Party. It's them. It's the evil people disguised as the heroes of the story. And if you haven't understood it by now, I don't know what to tell you.
Alrighty. I'm going to take a break from these heavy topics here and go through the chat because I'm way behind.
All right.
See, even Bell Riders is calling you on it, Chris. What are you shopping for today?
I'm not shopping. I'm letting these people get all this off their chests. Mr. Hexout says Kratz is a wonderful creator to paraphrase Tapa. Yes, he is. I love his work. Pale Rider then says, Rob, I'll do a story for you about the cross-dressing substitute named Sugar Seed. I'll answer for Rob. He says no. Let's see. So
Sounds interesting. I like the name of the character.
Don't make me kick you just like I'm going to kick Aleandro, Rob. Soul says Tales from the Classroom is so much fun. Rob Muerto deserves his own animated series and video game.
I like that.
I do think an animated series would be really cool. Let's see. Hex Allen says he prefers newsprint when reading a comic book. Same here, actually. I do like newsprint. Soul says to Rob, you should have Vinny Tartamella on too. He can tell you a lot about thick and meaty cover stock and how the ladies love it. Powder says ladies like the girth. Soul says Tales from the Knapverse newsprint edition confirmed.
Maybe.
Pale Rider says if the book has sexy art, I like my pages laminated. Ew.
But with the colors that are being done on the Tales from the Knapverse, it couldn't be in the newsprint.
Tompa says Tales from the Classroom has quite heavy paper. It looks really good. I generally like more tactile paper, but I must say that for Tales, the colors work really well.
Cool.
And then he says,
We're gonna try to get it. We're gonna try to get it right, even better in the second one.
He says, generally I like thinner paper, but whatever the weight on Tales was works too. Mr. Dojo Kun Comics is with us. Hail, hail, sir. And Soul's telling Tompa that the book really impressed him. Jumped on last minute because of a really fun show on Carla's channel, and the quality of print, art, and story was above his expectations.
So can I say, since I mentioned that that I really like to do character design, and I did say that I was going to provide an exclusive on this stream, do you think I could share with you guys just a small character that actually just makes a tiny cameo in the second book?
Oh,
We wanted to do the viz dev for it.
all right.
Hold on. Let me just see. Share screen. My son just entered the.
No prob.
No worries.
So this character's name he's the groundskeeper of Cthulhu High. His name is Groundskeeper Fredericks. I don't know if you see him.
Let me get full screen there. Yeah, I see him.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
And he's obviously an homage to Freddy Krueger,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of
Don't
that
say.
glove, he has that glove as his raking tool. And in the actual book, he shows up in a couple of panels. This is one of them. I don't know if you see.
That's so beautiful, man.
He's raking the leaves.
Does
I
he
think
have?
I'll back this book.
Does he have an accent?
The who Kruger?
Yes.
I mean, not Kruger. I shouldn't call him that. Frederick. Damn! Delete this thing immediately before I get into trouble.
You don't know what you kind of bought it out there, but we know what you meant. The cougar looking guy, yeah.
Yeah, the Kruger-looking guy. Just an homage. Does he have an accent? No. There's plenty of characters in this property have an accent. This is not one of them. He barely speaks, but I'm sure he's going to be a fan favorite eventually, and people are going to want like a little supplemental story about what his deal is.
Guys, I don't want to interrupt, but I have a stream in 1 hour, and
okay.
I would like to take a little break.
Yeah. Go do some push-ups or something. Get some some oxygen flowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me get through these chat. Tompa says in regards to, he says everything is eyes game. Even best art cannot sell itself without eyes. The big channels bring in fresh eyes, and rising tide lifts all boats. Pale Rider says, ask Vinny what his feelings are on spaghetti twerking. And then Soul says to Aleandro, good point, but that's what Call to Personality does. You have smaller creators who struggle with really beautiful projects, and some YouTube goof makes 100 times that with a med book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but we have different type of backers in the crowd. Is we have people that are like YouTube fans that will buy the merch of a YouTuber. You have comic book fans, and you have collectors. And they don't shop, market, or invest the same way.
Hey, I have merch now. Are you trying to call me a YouTuber, Seb?
Are you trying to claim that you are?
No, I'm not. I don't want to claim that. Pale Rider apparently wants me to time him out. Oh, Lordy. Let me check real quick. Oh, we've got COVID Kev. Hello. He says the industry will come crawling to CG within 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Iron says he's going to make a sound clip of Aleandro shouting, "What's that cracker?"
And and to add to it, they technically already are. We do have a lot of people leaving the mainstream or starting to dabble in crowdfunding.
Timmy
Right.
says the Google search manipulation games are just that games. Just create good content, and in the end, all will be good. If one expects hate and finds just escapism, there's potentially a fan for life. Perra says gay guys of my generation were always fit as hell and suave hookers. Perra says you do love straight white men. We saw what you did with your finger to Dancing Chris.
That's Dancing Chris.
That's right.
Oh no, I'll do it again.
Get your finger away from my
I'm
My
confused.
bottom, sir.
Eh,
He's turning you to a puppet, a finger puppet. Dance, dance, puppet, dance.
let me get something else.
Red Dress Chris is
I'm
very
looking for
confused right now and sore. Hey, Red Gaze is here.
Damn it. I can't do it right.
I feel bad because I didn't feel a thing. Cultural appreciation. We got Red Gaze in the chat.
Oh, man.
the socks stay on, babe. Taylor says that Red Gaze, they're way serious in here. Chris way behind in the chat Evans. That's right. Socks serve many purposes. Let's see. Scroll real quick. Oh crap. But all the leaves are afraid of him. If you knuckle that kid right by the arrow, go down their fast. That sugar finger. No, it will not become a thing, soul. We're not fingering my avatar.
Why not?
Dojo Coon says, okay, the street spelling out of control. Clearly, because that's degenerate. Oh, okay. Everybody's got to start heading out then. I didn't get to really talk much about Tales from the Classroom.
Well, there isn't much. I mean, we spoke about Aleandro's amazing project, and mine still has a ways to go before I'm ready and really happy to divulge all the different things that we're doing with the project. So just a little teaser is, I think, good enough. No.
I was hoping to learn more about that little girl that was like a zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to know
Oh,
more about
that's
her.
the one. That's the one from the Tale of Cleotep. She shows up in Cletus's bus and starts getting bullied by the vampire.
Yeah,
Dudley.
I see her getting bullied. I was like, no. It made my heart feel bad for her. Also, I want to know. Let me share screen here real fast. I want to know about who's this.
That's Sanchez. That's from the first book. That's funny. It's Sanchez the Chupacabra.
I've seen this. I was like, what's going on here? Why is he eating that goat's ass?
Yeah, that's something that just happens in the background of one of the panels.
What? He's having a meal, okay? Chupacabra, and he's gonna eat a goat.
This is degenerate.
So you see the cafeteria lady handing him a goat, and then this little sequence is playing out in the background of the panels, which is Sanchez feeding, basically.
No, gosh dang it, Red. No.
And there you go.
No, Johnny Cage. We're not. But it's not funny.
So I have this artist named Rolando Mayada, who's very, very talented, and he's doing a pinup of Sanchez, which will be available with the second campaign, with Tales from the Classroom 2. And with the first one, it was like an easy little reward for some of the perk tiers that we did, which was these printouts of these pinups, right? And nice glossy paper that you could only get exclusively by backing certain tiers. And we're going to be doing that again, and hopefully add in some other new things like trading cards and like Aleandro's own project and other things. We're still working out the details.
All right. What the hell? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. He just going to town on that goat's butt.
And
Butt munching. Thomas says, still saying Rob could just go for 60 pager and do second campaign for the next 60 patch. He can go square bound with 60 pager.
yep, that is true.
Tommy's got some points.
I'm still in the phase of considering everything. Guys, I'm really gonna have to go because my kids are like
All right.
giving stink eye. Like, why don't they have a father anymore?
All righty,
So
Rob.
I gotta say, bid you goodbye.
Thanks,
And,
Rob.
and listen, great to meet you, Aleandro. My
Likewise.
eyes are I'm gonna be backing your book, and
Same.
I hope we follow each other on Twitter. I'm not sure that we do, but if not,
I
I will.
believe so. I believe I follow you. Yeah.
Okay. Hit me a DM, man, so we can keep chatting.
All right.
And Sim, I already know and love, and Sugar Chris. I'll see you around, guys. All right.
Yep.
Hasta luego,
Bye-bye.
hermano.
Yep. Later, Rob. All
We already
righty.
got it.
What's that?
I'm texting on WhatsApp, on Twitter. We had already chatted before,
Oh, okay.
guys.
And
So
you
I'm
gotta
gonna
go. You gotta go as well.
leave you alone to you know, whatever it is that you want to do to each other, and and so before I go,
You
I just
dirty
wanted to
Levi.
do. No, I'm kidding. It needs to be done sparingly. If it's done all the time, it loses its meaning. I just wanted to say my artist just sent me the most incredible image. I'm just gonna show it to you. This is an absolute exclusive, you guys. Okay, I'm just gonna show you this image, and if you don't back this book after this image, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't. This is so what I'm about to show you is Paradox. Okay, Paradox doing whatever it is that Paradox does. And I think this is so beautiful. I'm gonna have my colorist color it, and I'm gonna turn it into a wallpaper for my laptop because it's just incredible. Look at this.
Oh, there it is. Ooh, that looks real nice. Yeah, I like the background there, the city.
Yeah,
Looks real good. I like that.
yeah. That's the power of Paradox. So, oh, there you have it. He just sent it to me. So yeah, this is the type of art, guys, you're gonna get in columns of creation. And what else is there now? Back it today.
Yeah, you want more of that? You got to go buy.
That's right.
That's right. Sugar exclusive right there. Get in on it.
That's right.
He was so kind to share that with us right on the stream. So you got to go back it. It does look really good though. That was a nice piece. All right, so we need to start wrapping up because everybody's got things they need to do. I have to go get tested for COVID. So
Oh, good thing you specified.
yes.
It could
Well,
have been
I
a number
mean,
of things, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
After you've been messing around with your dirty finger, I don't know.
I was gonna say. wait a minute.
So people, don't forget to sub, like, and share.
Yeah, you gotta look up into the cavernous abyss. You're going spelunking.
That's right.
Into the black hole.
Oh, that's you. Get out of here. Out of my chat.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Siamese funded in 3 days. That's great, Dojo Kun. Yeah, that's
Congrats.
awesome. Glad to hear it. All right, but anyway, let's start to wrap this up. Mr. Aleandro, your closing statements.
I just wanted. I think I said enough. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening, and thank you guys for the platform and for being so much fun. And please back the comic. Don't let me bag you, although I feel like I already am bagging. And if you're on the fence about it, you know, at the end, I hope you just back it before, you know, it's too late. we have so many good things in store for you. Just give us a chance. Just this one time, we won't let you down. I promise. And what else? And subscribe to the channel if you don't find me too annoying. I understand you find me a little annoying. Probably I would too. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm very opinionated. And if you're bored, turn on my channel. Listen to me and Vinny rant about whatever. Talk about our favorite shit. Movie stuff. It's gonna be fun. So that's all I've got to say. Thank you.
Mr. Sim?
I would say don't forget to sub, like, and share. When we reach 500 sub, we're doing a giveaway of original art. When we reach 1,000 sub, he's gonna be joining the red dress run and running it with the good song, da-na-na-na-na-na, which is gonna be amazing when he bashes and just drip. It's gonna be fun. Anyways, go back Aleandro's book here, and go check out Tales from the Adverse on your way out after adding your name to the mailing list to the Tales from the Classroom.
All right. And as for myself, I have nothing to promote, but I will say that I love everybody in the chat. And I hope you enjoyed Aleandro, because he's not coming back. All right, that's it. You quit messing with my avatar, Aleandro. Over there massaging my thighs or something.
Oh man.
Aleandro the gynecologist.
Oh, and
That's
Dark Side
right.
says promote the merch. So yeah, go check out our merch. Did you put it in the description?
Wait, did I for this one? Oops, I didn't. I had already set this up before you set up the merch, so I didn't put it in.
So yeah, we have a couple of mugs with our mugs on it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Soul's saying to you, Aleandro, always fun to have you on. Your passion for your book is infectious, and you sell the hell out of it as far as I'm concerned.
Thanks, man.
Let's see. Hex is telling Sim to put the blunt down. Red says he's just trying to relax your Twitch. Well, no.
You.
I need to transfer.
You.
I know, Johnny Cage. I just threw that up real fast. All right.
And by the way, Red Gaze did the trailer, the intro for the YouTube channel. So when you see it, it's Red Gaze.
Which means that it's going to be good.
That's right.
Alrighty. So thanks everybody for tuning in. I got to get off here because I got to get ready for a test. And so I will talk to everybody tomorrow.